Hi everybody, Renner, Mikey, and Steve here from F2MX. We have some real cool stuff to show you today. As you can see, we have what we're calling the League Launch Simulator that we kind of created. Now, this kind of reflects what the start of an actual F2MX league looks like. So we'll take a look here, and I'll just keep in mind this is showing it on a on a laptop, right? We are coming out with a mobile app for iOS and Android, so it's going to look it's certainly going to look different. The setup for this in general is going to look different. We just wanted to whip together something real quick just to kind of again show you what the start of the league looks like. So what do you think, boys? What do we want our starting balances to be? Got it at 1,000 now, but that means we're playing a little hard.
I'd say 5.
5,000?
Yeah, I'd say 5.
That's easy mode. So if we haven't kind of already expressed this before, there is the starting currency is almost like a difficulty setting within the app, right? Because no matter what you set it at, the players' prices are still going to be the same, right? So if we bump the starting balance up to 5,000 like we're going to do, then Bijan Robinson's price is the same as it would be if our starting balance was 1,000, right? So you bump the starting balance up and you have much more flexibility with your funds, you along with the other people in your league. If you crank it down, then you're going to have to be a little more frugal with your funds. So we'll do a 5,000 balance for today. All right. Awesome. All right, so we're going to go through, like I said, other than the kind of setup of this, it's the same as how it would actually work inside of the league. The only other big difference is we're doing this on one device. In an actual league, once the league opens up, everybody can start buying players at the same time. Today we're going to be taking turns buying players, but we're still going to have to manage our funds. We have the same exact roster setup as what you're going to see inside the app. 1 quarterback, 2 running backs, 2 receivers, a tight end, and a flex spot. So, are we ready, boys?
I'm ready.
Yeah. All right. Let's start the league. All right. I'll go first. You know what? Just right out the gate, we're going running back. I'm taking Bijan. All right. Mikey, you are up.
All right. I'm going to start with wide receiver. I'm going Amon-Ra St. Brown.
Oh, got to put the period in there. All right. Now over to Steve.
I'm starting with Jahmyr Gibbs.
Gibbs, okay, all right.
Montgomery's gone. I'm thinking he's going to see an increase in workload. He was, third in rushing TDs. He averaged 19.3 fantasy points a game. I think he's going to explode this year. Dan Campbell already said, they're basing that offense around Gibbs. He's going to be a bell cow this year.
Okay, got some conviction. Yeah, I think we're gonna draft Jacoby Brissett here. He's gonna get that big contract. No, I'm just kidding. Let's see. I want to make sure that I have enough for a decent quarterback. Who do I want to take at quarterback? You know what? Caleb Williams is in our simulation. He's priced a little low. Oh, also, as you can see, we have it set up so that it is actually going to like simulate some buys and sells in the middle. So when I first started talking about Caleb, his price was 89, and now his price is 91. So he's on the rise. I'm going to pick him up now before anyone else gets into him. As you can see, he just went up to 105. So I got my quarterback in. All right,
quarterback. I probably should draft a quarterback as well. Let's see, who can I get for a good deal?
Sean Watson, man, he's going to that starting job, dude. He's got receivers. We were just talking about him. Denzel Boston. Who's the other one? Casey Concepcion. I mean,
I know you're trying to sell me on him. I just don't think that is really the direction I want to go. I'm going to go with Old Faithful on this, and I'm going to go Matthew Stafford.
Okay, all right.
Solid pick.
He's always got Puka, Devontae Adams, just Old Faithful.
All right. Steve, who are you thinking here?
Jonathan Taylor.
JT.
Yep.
Doubling up.
All right.
First in rushing attempts, first in rushing TDs. Daniel Jones is back.
All right, this is no fair. He's got a spreadsheet pulled up. He's already got it. He already planned his picks out. I'm just shooting from the hip here.
Hey, then who's going to win this league?
Whew.
I don't know.
Something else I want to put out here is it's in this instance, it's not just about who's got the best roster between the three of us. It's also who has a nice cushion of virtual currency left over, because who knows? Any of these guys can get hurt at any time, and we gotta reassess and make roster adjustments, and we don't want to be dirt poor.
What's Jonathan Taylor's price right now?
JT, let's see, 94.
Tell me I didn't get a steal on that.
First in rushing attempts,
first in TDs, and
that's
94.
a steal right there. That's a steal right there.
Some of these other running backs are up 140. That's a steal there.
True. We're gonna go tight end now. As much as I want to go Trey McBride, because I love McBride, I think he's an absolute demon. I don't know, that situation in Arizona, that's a little tricky. I'm going Kyle Pitts, baby. I'm going Kyle Pitts.
Everybody always gets hurt by Kyle Pitts.
Listen.
You crushed me year after year. I don't know if I would be.
Oh, Steve, I'm so sorry. I bought Kyle Pitts for you. I forgot to switch to me. Well, guys, I just messed up. I accidentally bought Kyle Pitts for Steve. So Steve gets into the absolute bargain of Kyle Pitts. I'm telling you, man. Listen, I did you a favor there. I did you a favor. He's got Tua throwing him the ball, and Tua doesn't have a very big arm. I've watched about 5 or 6 years of Tua chucking you old pigskin in Miami, and he can't really throw it that far. Kyle Pitts, he's got a check down monster right there. All right, so
I think I can, but with Renner's mess up, I guess I have to take him.
All right, now let's see.
Let me make your pick now.
Yeah.
Since you bought.
Who am I buying?
Tyler Warren. What's his price at right now?
Tyler Warren. 82,
steal.
Dude. I'm getting in a steal here.
Absolutely.
That's okay. I did you a favor.
Yeah, right. I'm just saying Pittman's gone, so I think Tyler Warren's going to see a little.
All right, Mikey. Who we going
Give
here?
me Brock Bowers.
Brock Bowers. All right. What
Rookie
if
quarterback, always checking it down?
Yeah, but what if? So I know somebody who is a total Fernando Mendoza hater, right? He's like, oh, it's the system. Who was the quarterback before Mendoza? Was it Sorsby? I think Sorsby was there. Sorsby, they got like 11 wins with him. And listen, yeah, okay, Cignetti's a dog, right? Great system. But
yeah.
I think Fernando Mendoza, he literally is Kirk Cousins, but just the younger version, right?
Yeah.
So
but they beefed up the line too.
They beefed up the line.
I mean, enhancing that line might help him out a little bit. I think Mendoza's going to need to get a few games under his belt.
He's going to be a check down king.
Yeah. I agree. But rookie quarterback does always scare me a bit. That's why I like
makes me a little nervous.
It makes
does me as well.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Steve, you are back.
Oh, it's back up to me.
It sure is, buddy.
Drake May,
quarterback. You want to go with schedule merchant? He's got a hard schedule this year, right?
Yes, he does. But I'm thinking with adding AJ Brown and having Romeo Dobbs, I think they might be trailing a little bit, more passing yards. I think he's going to air it out a little more.
Okay.
That's my opinion.
I can see that. I mean, I think they're going to be down a lot more than they were last year. And they are AFC East merchants. I mean, they get to play the Dolphins twice. They get to play the Jets twice. Easy games right there.
But this is a year that tests Drake May a little bit. I mean, just coming off of a pretty good season for the Patriots.
It's a make or break
rolling
year.
in. Yeah, exactly. So I mean, after seeing what he did last year, I mean, he's got a lot more pressure on him this year.
Yeah, he does.
He's got to keep it up.
For my sake as a Dolphins fan, I hope he crumbles. But for your sake, I hope he does good for you.
Well, when he's not playing the Dolphins.
Yes, when he's not playing the Dolphins, of course.
All right, who are you taking, Renner?
All right, you know what? We were just talking about this team. I'm high on this player, man. Ashton Genty. I think that with the improvements that they made to the line, I mean, they got, in my opinion, probably the first or second best center in the game. What's his name? Jackson Powers Johnson. I heard he's coming back. So the line should be much better. I'm thinking that we're going to see a bit more production from him, even considering like the bad situation last year. If you look at his stats at the end of the season, they're actually pretty good. It's just like having him in any kind of league that wasn't a best ball league was just kind of an L. If you had him in a best ball league, you probably were pretty reasonably satisfied with him, right? He had some big games in there. He also had some games that were kind of a wet fart. So
I mean, statistically, too, rookie running backs don't break out until week 6. So
yeah, well,
you're really sitting
exactly. They got to adjust to the NFL gameplay compared to what they were used to in college. So I mean, this year he might perform better. I mean, I guess I don't know. Mendoza, like you were saying, Mendoza checking down to Brock Bowers. I mean,
and Chip
Johnson's
Kelly
going to be in that same role as well.
Oh, for sure.
Chip Kelly didn't let him use his stance. You know, it gets in a player's head.
Dude, yeah, the Michael Myers stance, dude. I mean, that just screams aura. So let the guy do his stance. He was tearing it up in Boise. I get it. It's just Boise, and they got weak competition.
He's a big dude. I mean,
he's a little beefcake, man. He's a little beefcake.
All right, give us our boy. We're gonna give Devin a chain.
Okay. Now listen, fellow Dolphins fan here, right? And I love.
He's got hope.
I love H-N, and I already gave you H-N, so you can't back out on this. But it does kind of scare me that McDaniels is no longer there.
Oh, absolutely. Especially, he might lose some check down, but everything I've heard is they want to build that offense around him. He's quick. He can still run between the tackles. He's not the biggest guy, but if he catches 5 passes a game at half PPR, you're doing all right.
Yeah.
Plus his yards.
I agree. But that kind of ties into, and by the way, folks, we made a bit of an oopsie here. I didn't realize that it was not assigning players to the. You probably already noticed it wasn't assigning them to the specific slot. So that's why in my running back slot you see Caleb Williams in there. But we're gonna play by the rules, okay? Yeah, we made a little oopsie. Don't dog us too hard for it. All right, we're not the coders. We're just the guys with ideas. All right. But anyways, speaking of McDaniels and his scheme, that's why I'm gonna go with Omari and Hampton, baby. Yes, sir. Steve, I did that on you again.
That's fine because I gotta pick that you might be satisfied with.
Okay, all right.
Lad McConkey.
I will take Lambeau Lad.
Keenan Allen's gone. Mike McDaniels, offensive coordinator.
Yes,
I think he is. I mean, he's got with Keenan Allen gone, he's got some shoes to fill, and I mean he's one to step up in the wide receiver 1 role. So I think 70+ targets that are out there for someone to grab. I think Lad McConkey's got the talent to do it.
Yeah, Lad McConkey 2 years ago
was a beast. 24 hot. He fell off last year.
Had a sophomore slump. You have sophomore slump.
But I think with the role he's about to step into, I think there's great potential for him.
Yeah, I call it Lad.
And what's his stock price? I don't know.
So I purchased him at 109. So we'll take it. Not a bad price at all.
Well, you got Herbert behind the line. I mean, he's a ball slinger there too.
I'm a Herbert guy all day. And listen,
like
I look at it this way. I'll honestly take just about anybody on the Chargers offense. I'll take Herbert. I'll take Hampton. I'll take Ladd. I'll take Aronde Gadsden. You know, if I need a backup tight end, you know, just in case, or maybe something happens to Aronde Gadsden, or you know, Gadsden's usage goes down a bit, I'll take David Njoku. I'll take Quentin Johnson. I don't care, dude. I am buying all the Chargers offense. I'm so high on them. So, anyways, enough gushing about about a team that's not my team, because I can't gush about my team. Mikey.
Alright. You know, he's still out on the board. He's a big player. Give me Jamar Chase.
Jamar Chase. All right.
What did he finish last year?
Jamar Chase, he was the top.
I think he was number 2 or 3 in receiving yards. I think he was number 3 behind Puka.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, finishing number 3 in receiving yards when your quarterback played about half the season. I mean, come on. Obviously, Jamar Chase is going to be priced at a premium. Can we check real quick and see what his half PPR points were by year's end?
Half PPR. He had 251.
Yeah, so he's going to IPO.
Ranked 4th.
He's going to IPO at 251. Like I said, if you're playing in a league that your starting balance is only 1,000, yeah, that's already going to drain, you know, about a quarter of your balance away. But it's worth it for such a great receiver who could really, you know, he could ball out with any quarterback, just about any quarterback.
Guess who was ahead of him in receiving yards last year?
Puka and JSN.
George Pickens.
George Pickens.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about Pickens. Yeah.
He was tearing it up.
Yeah, man. All right, Steve. You're up, buddy.
Give me Puka.
Puka?
I think he's going to see more red zone targets. I don't think Adams is going to have another 14 touchdown season.
Ooh, that's a big.
It is a big call, but I'm gonna put it out there.
Okay. All right. All right. Back to me. Let's see here. I've got running back. I've got running back, quarterback, tight end, another running back, and a receiver. So I need another receiver for sure. I'm going to go on the receiver side. Who do I want to go on the receiver side? I'm gonna go for some deep value here. I know we're not playing in a league that like calls for deep value, but I just want to kind of switch it up. I think I'm gonna go Zay Flowers here. My reasoning for this, very simple. I think they're not gonna run the ball as much. I think that Lamar is going to, you know, he's going to build upon the last few years of staying in the pocket more, airing the ball out more. They got rid of, in my opinion, their second best receiver in Isaiah Likely. I know he's not a receiver, he's a tight end, but he was a great receiving threat. Right, he was great. They got rid of him. Mark Andrews is only getting older. Yeah, they did draft a few rookie receivers. That doesn't really deter me at all. I think Zay is still going to be that guy that Lamar leans on to, you know, catch those passes. So I'm going with Zay Flowers.
I feel like with Andrews, you can see his age getting to him a little bit in the past couple of years. He's kind of upset me a little bit when I've had him on my fantasy.
Yeah. Yep. Another guy that's great to have in like a best ball league, but in the last few years to just have him in, you know, daily fantasy or in your kind of active week by week leagues with head to head matchups.
He's touch and go.
He's too hot.
Yeah. All right, Mikey.
All right, give me Saquon.
Saquon. You know, actually, I've been thinking about this. So switch it over to Steve so I don't mess this up again. I've been thinking about Saquon because in my one league that I'm in, I traded out of my first round pick to get more picks in the second, third, and fourth round, because that's really where I like to be. I like to try to, you know, stock up on those guys who, you know, they're not the superstars, but they're still going to be reliable. They're going to give you great output. So I've been trying to stock up on those picks. So my first pick is the very first pick of the second round, and I already figured by that point, obviously Bijan and Gibbs, they're out of there. Puka, he's out of there. Chase is out of there. Really, probably like the best guys I can go for at pick 11, I'm thinking are maybe Jettas, maybe Saquon, and this is probably a reach, but Amari and Hampton. Again, like I said, I'm so high on that. I can't talk good enough about Hampton. I love him. But obviously last year was a bit iffy on Saquon because that Eagles offense in general was just a mess. But I do think number one, they're gonna have to spread the ball out a bit more. They simply have no choice. They don't really, in my opinion, have a certified one anymore. So they're gonna have to spread it out a bit more, and they're probably gonna end up running the ball a bit more. Yeah, in my eyes. So I think that's a great pick.
Yeah, I agree.
All right,
Steve.
All right, last pick, huh?
Yeah, who you putting in that flex spot?
Jeremiah Love.
They
drafted him for a reason.
That is risky.
It is. But I save that flex spot for a little bit.
We just talked about running backs.
I know, but I mean, I think he might start off slow, but I think he might. I mean, dude's an animal.
Yeah,
he's a beast. I think he might. As like games go on, the season goes on. I think his workload increases. I mean,
and if you're not happy with him,
I'll sell him off in mid-game and pick up someone new.
Well, I hate to tell you, but it turns out that it did recognize that you already have maxed out your running back slots, so you have to go receiver.
All right, you know what? Give me A.J. Brown. Pair him up with Drake May. I have high hopes for them this year.
A little A.J. Brown, Drake May action?
Yep.
Buying at 134.
I think he's going to be slinging that like we talked about. I mean, tough schedule this year, but they're going to be passing the ball.
Okay. Let's see. Who can I go into?
You can buy anybody.
Right.
Wide receiver
or running back. Yeah, so another little discrepancy. The flex spot in the actual app, you can use the tight end as well. But again, we're not coders. All right, this was something we just kind of quickly whipped up. So I got to go running back. Currently, who do I want to go here? I mean, I'm thinking, honestly, I'm feeling Christian McCaffrey, but at the same time, he almost has, like, I think I was talking about last week, Joe Burrow. It seems like every other year, it's like, he's healthy, has an awesome year. The next year, hurt. The next year, healthy, awesome year. Next year, hurt. And if that holds up, last year was an awesome year, so that means this year, he's one of those guys be hurt.
He's one of those guys that I might put on my watch list and keep an eye on him, but I don't know about drafting him right out the gate. But that's a good call though.
Yeah, I'm really hunting to find a diamond in the rough here, but I'm almost thinking my boy Jonathan Brooks, running back for the Carolina Panthers. Listen, he was awesome in Texas. Injury has just it's been a nightmare for him, right? But he's looked good in OTAs, do with that what you will. But yeah, I mean, obviously, it seems like they're not as high on Chuba as I thought they were.
Right.
Chuba had an awesome 2024 season, finished it out strong. Start of the 25 season, bit of a mixed bag, and then Rico Dowdle just absolutely snatched his RB1 job from him. I think at this point as you can see, prices in the market are just completely heating up. I think at this point, I'd rather go into Jonathan Brooks. As you can see, right now the simulator has him priced at 148 and Chuba's priced at 232. So this could be a good value play here. All right, Mikey, last pick.
I can
so you can get running back
or receiver.
Yep.
I have Saquon. Give me Jay Jettas.
Jettas? Okay.
Ballsy pick.
Ballsy.
You don't know who the quarterback's going to be,
You're
but
not sure.
Kyler Murray's at least good for a couple deep balls down the field. He might not be the most consistent, but
I think
Kyler Murray and Prime D-Hop, that was magical back in the day.
There's some heavy competition there. I just saw a video where McCarthy was talking about he doesn't seem very happy or
no, he's not very friendly. I
Yeah,
would say.
Yeah, and even like I saw that Kyler was even saying like, oh yeah, I'm not getting all the first team reps, so it's getting hard to get adjusted to this offense. So it's like, I was I was high on the Vikings at first with that move of getting Kyler, and then I just don't know what to think of it. I mean, but even then, Justin Jefferson did still finish the season with over 1,000 yards. Yeah. So it's like it goes back again. The consistency, not sure if it's going to be there. But if you're playing a best ball format, it may still be a move. But I do think that this is going to be one that it could be a bit of a value trap in my eyes, because he's still going to have not a super premium price, but he's going to be a little bit more expensive. Can we look up his half PPR output from last year, his points? I'm also not sure how many touchdowns he had last season, which obviously that will affect it.
25th in fantasy points. He had 150.
He only had 2 touchdowns.
59.
He only had 2 touchdowns.
So
see, and I don't know. I mean, with a little bit of in-house drama already, and kind of getting irritated
anything's
with each
better
other,
than what he had last year.
True.
That builds effort, and when you're fighting for a spot like that, and them already getting at each other.
Very true. So, with the way that this league has ended, I came out with the most available cash. So, if some of my value attempts don't play out how I think they will, I have a little bit of leeway to adjust. Mikey, by just a little bit, has the least amount of currency left. Steve's sitting in the middle.
And I just want to put out there, my Ladd McConkey pick was a good value. That was a swipe by Renner here. So
I know.
That might have gave me a little more wiggle room.
And your Tyler Warren pick was also great value.
Yes,
Tyler Warren. So
Steve did me well.
Snatched up 2 guys, man. So both great value, by the way.
So who do you guys have, guys on your watch list that you would trade into early going on into games?
I'll give you one. Jordan Mason. Now,
okay.
I'm still fairly confident that Aaron Jones is the RB1 for the Vikings, but he is pretty old at this point.
Yeah.
And obviously, 24 season was pretty good. He had a pretty good season, right? 25 season, I don't remember if he got injured or what was going on, but that was definitely a down season for him. Jordan Mason, he can always come in and, scoop up a few good games a year. He's kind of like a Rico Dowdle light, in my opinion. I always make the joke that Rico Dowdle, he'll get 1,000 yards in the season, but he'll pick up 800 of them from 4, maybe 5 games. But just in case, like you said, Kyler is going to be better than J.J. McCarthy. There's just no way that he's not. Now, how that integrates with the run game, they probably have more versatility with some RPOs. That's just my thoughts, though. And he's going to be priced low. So, solid value.
That's not a bad pick.
Zay Flowers.
You got Zay
I'm going to throw
Flowers?
him on there.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right.
Yeah, because like Renner was saying, with Jackson being maybe a little bit more of a pocket passer this year, I don't know. I wasn't too hot on him last year, but there is opportunity there, so I'll put him on my watch list.
Yeah. Mine. I have Wan'Dale Robinson.
Okay. I like that.
I think he might be somebody that's a little sleepy going into the season. That wide receiver room's depleted a little bit. They got Tate, awesome receiver, right?
Yeah.
But he's a rookie. We see how rookie receivers take a little bit to progress. They're gonna need a slot guy. It's gonna be a lot of checkdowns in the slot and just letting them run. That's what they did. That's what Dart did in New York. And I think that's what they'll do with Cam Ward this year as well in Tennessee. So we'll see.
I agree. All right, fellas. I feel like that was starting with 5,000 was a bit overpowered. So we'll do something a little more realistic, because we are going to have guardrails in the app for your starting balance. It'll be a range, right? So you can't start out with 10,000 VC for your starting balance and just get purely all stars and have all the cushion in the world. That wouldn't be any fun. But you also, on the inverse, can't start out with like 200 VC and be like, all right, everybody has to find value picks here. So we'll start at 1,000. I do want to also mention that something else that we got put into this was this little market shock button. So I'm pretty sure if I click this market shock button, it'll have some kind of big boost or big decline in the prices. But we'll play with that a little bit. And that is something that you're going to see while the season is going on, right?